Alrighty, Jakey boy. So we're gonna talk about something that I find fascinating. Not so much that I have faith in it, but I find the concept at its core fascinating. So, game launchers. Everybody uses at least one. Everybody
Oh
uses
my gosh.
Steam or EGS, and
There's too many. We've talked about this, I think, very lightly in the past. But
yeah, definitely. And I think a lot of people are kind of not happy in general with whichever one they have to use. It's not everybody's got problems to a certain
I
extent.
think it's a fair statement. Yeah, there's
Yeah,
not a
yeah.
perfected one. Maybe a
And
slim one or two that.
yeah, there's people getting kind of close, but definitely not there yet. Yeah, and so there's this video game developer who actually feels the same way about it, who has had a lot of problems in the past with Steam, like with getting his games up, with getting a proper response. I mean, as a gamer himself, had problems with managing his family and properly filtering things for his daughter and everything, because he was like, yeah, I'm worried I can't put her on Steam because I don't know what Discovery is going to show her.
To be fair,
Like,
really
yeah.
quick preface.
Shoot.
For me, a typical gamer, I would say though, of all the launchers out there, I would say for me, Steam has definitely been by far the most used, by far the most practical. But when it comes to pointing out some more definitive points of why it's not the best, I haven't heard this side of things, so it's already interesting to me. The filter system and such. I don't really think of kids when I think of best launchers. I think I'm selfish. I think of myself.
Of course, and I think one of the good things, or I don't know about good, one of the really smart things that Valve has done with Steam is they've kind of hidden a lot of the problems behind saying like, hey, you know what, we're doing a lot for you. Like for example, the way you find new games on Steam, it's heavily weighted just based off of what's popular generally and what your friends are playing, not necessarily off of what you yourself are interested in. So it can be hard to find something new that's like actually kind of unique to your specific taste. And this developer, let me grab his name real quick. Is Mick Mullen.
That's a name.
Yeah, right. What his idea he wants to make the Spotify of gaming from a discovery perspective.
Oh, okay. I see where this is going.
Yeah.
So you hit up a song. Is there going to be like, okay, I like this song. We'll show you more of this song. I dislike this song.
Or stuff
you won't see it again, kind
of
of thing.
Stuff being made in your area, or like more deeper recommendations based off of your play habits and stuff.
Is this like an add-on thing for a Steam launcher, or is this like a launcher in itself?
He's calling it TurboPlay. It's available in like a very, very closed beta to just influencers and stuff so far. But it's sounding very, very interesting. First of all, one of the very, very different things it's doing is its revenue split with game developers. Right now, pardon me, I got mildly sick in Mexico. Trying not to cough too much for you guys. Yeah, anyway, so Steam's split with developers is 70-30. So Steam gets 30%, developers make 70, Epic Game Store is 88-12. They're saying TurboPlay is going to be 90-10.
Okay, so we just keep on giving more and more to developers.
Yeah, just coming out right out the gate with that. And not only that, they're kind of doing something similar to Mixer's bit system, but tying it into moderation, right? And I say that, and it's like, what is it? What's going on here? Yeah, right. I had to reread this like 5 times to actually try to like gather like what is this actually? Yeah. So they're calling them tokens, and they're kind of like a loyalty point system. So players, just by playing games through TurboPlay, through completing achievements in games, posting on social, just generally using the platform, you can earn tokens. And each token has a one token to $1 exchange rate.
Okay.
And it's not like they're not saying, hey, your tokens are just fun little tidbits you throw at your friends on occasion. Like, no, you can actually buy games with these.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, you can only tip developers? Or
No, yeah, I mean, you can tip developers as well.
But you can also use them as game currency.
You can, tip streamers. You can,
what streamers,
give them to friends. I couldn't find a lot on the streamers thing. It seems almost like they might want to do like a little bit of streaming on the side.
Yeah, because that'd be interesting how they convert over to other platforms.
Right. Maybe they'll get like a partnership going with Mixer or something like that.
Maybe.
That would make a lot of sense. But anyway, not only that, but the tokens are also part of the platform's moderation system. So say somebody's being really problematic, real toxic on Steam, right? Nothing's really going to happen at the end of the day. Maybe they'll get like a really brief ban, then they'll come back and just do the same thing.
Steam is very bad at pursuing those kind of things, I would say.
And I feel like it's the same way for I don't know a single game launcher that's kind of nailed that.
Yeah, I mean you're not going to get, at least to my knowledge right now, launchers focusing on what in-game launcher conversations on their I've had plenty of people DM me on based off Steam messages being harassed and nothing's ever been done. It just for a person like Steam, it's not really a top-notch thing to get to.
No, which is why I kind of appreciate that this guy's entire approach to it is, as a consumer himself, what can I do to make the experience better for like everybody involved? So he's saying like, hey, if a person's being super toxic and they get reported a lot for it, then they're gonna have a moderator come look at it every single time that a person gets like reported past a certain amount. And if they're really like, pushing the limits, throwing out some like, some slurs or something like that, then you'll lose some tokens.
Interesting.
So you'll lose like actual money. And then if you keep doing it past a certain point, you're just gone, like permanently.
Makes a lot of sense.
No, yeah, I mean,
I
it's
assume-
an actual consequence.
Yeah,
For people.
I mean, it's words right now.
Yeah,
you never
yeah.
know if they can
Yeah,
actually
you never
pursue
know.
that.
You never
when
know,
Steam
but,
probably
I mean-
first started, they were probably saying, "Yeah, we'll do the same thing." So things happen. It's a slippery slope when you get too big. All of a sudden, you're not living up to things you first said. So
Right.
take it with a grain of
Hey,
salt.
you never know.
At least
though,
it's
yeah.
there, though.
It's there, though. The thought process is there.
Yeah.
And they've already got 160 games on board with their system
Wow.
right now.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm with it. I'm
Yeah.
curious where it goes because especially with the failure of Epic Games Store, you wonder if they put all that money and time and effort into it, if anyone else really can push the
See,
market.
The weird thing is, though.
I mean, 8812 sound great when Epic Games did it, but no one really. When it comes to exclusivity, is where I get worried. Like,
Yeah, and they also did say they looked at the Epic Game Store model and they're like, yeah, we don't want to do exclusivity at all. We don't want to do.
Yeah.
We want to give people the option.
and maybe they don't, but if Epic does, and if Steam kind of low key does with some of their top games too, what's there left? For the trimmings for this kind of platform.
If nothing else, I mean, if I was an indie game developer, I would go to this platform in a heartbeat.
Yeah, but when you also want to go on Steam too, like you really can.
No, yeah, it's obviously not. And they're addressing this as well by saying they don't want to do exclusivity. They just want their place to be an option. They want it to be the best like consumer. Like if I had to pick a launcher to play on, I'd much rather play on one that like, even from a pure monetary perspective, if I'm getting money for just completing achievements in a game that I like, which is something I would do anyway, then why wouldn't I do it there?
Yeah, and as a developer, you'd want to be on as many platforms as possible, as many launchers as possible.
Right.
And so, I mean, if Epic seems to be a bit more aggressive about not letting it happen, but if you can get on Steam and TurboPlay, I'm all for it. Is there like a release, like full alpha release
there's
date?
They have a general range. They said Q1 2020.
Okay,
So I mean, it's
soon,
right around the corner. Right around the corner. They're not playing.
So we'll see what exactly happens when they launch because we've had plenty of problems here and discussions here about launchers and their faulty systems. But I mean, it sounds great. It sounds like it's Steam is here and Epic Games improving on that, and we have TurboPlay improving on that, and hopefully other launchers even further down the line.
Right.
So we'll see if they can actually take a grasp at it, though, better than Epic did.
Yeah, I probably have a better shot. If nothing else, people won't hate this store like they hate the Epic Games Store.